Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Randeezus. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Today we're going to be talking about the new meta in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone. Since the Bruen patch, I've been trying to find a gun that is going to take over as the most popular gun in Warzone and control the meta once again. Now, obviously, you know what I'm going to say. The M4A1, one of the most OP guns in regular core game modes, often referred to as old, reliable. The M4A1 is going toe-to-toe with the once great, now nerfed LMG, the Bruen. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, the M4A1 has been a staple in Modern Warfare 2019 since the game's launch. Even when Warzone first dropped in mid-March and no one really knew about the Grau, the M4A1 was being used by all the big YouTubers and pros. I used to use it a little bit back then, but I was all about the Kilo, and then I moved over to an MP5 and AX50 loadout. I definitely used the Grau, but didn't abuse it like everyone else, so when the Bruen became the meta, I made a point to abuse that gun, and now with the Bruen's second nerf, I think it's time to go looking for a new meta. Now, I've compared almost every viable assault rifle on my channel. I've done the Kilo multiple times, and honestly, I think that gun is probably one of the best. Check out the top right for my Kilo vs Bruen video, but for whatever reason, people aren't loving the Kilo. It's just not as popular, even though it is arguably better. Now, I think that is because its recoil pattern kicks up and to the left, whereas most guns kick up and to the right. Even with a high kick and more intense to the right, it is easier because we are used to controlling recoil in this direction. So a gun like the Kilo, even though it has extremely low recoil, feels like it is more difficult to control because it kicks to the other direction. So even though it doesn't really make any sense, we need a gun that kicks to the right, even if it has more vertical recoil. So let's get deep down into the damage stats. These are base damage and range stats, and then reload, ADS, and movement speed are kitted. Here are both weapon classes. As you can see in just the raw stats of these two weapons, they are very equal, with the Bruen looking like it has the upper hand in long range engagements. But let's take a look at a graph. So keep in mind that this graph adds ADS time, meaning that it includes aim down sight time in time to kill. This is because most often you start ADSing when you see someone, and if you're both doing this at the same time, you need to know who will get there faster. Also, this is at 75% instead of 100% ADS, because most times you start shooting a little bit before you are completely aimed down sight. So with this added speed with the M4A1, when you are having any sort of engagement in Warzone, the M4 will come out on top. I will point out that if you are not counting the ADS time, then the Bruen time to kill is slightly faster in those long range engagements. Now let's take a look into the recoil. Both the M4A1 and the Bruen have very vertical recoil, but the Bruen is a little bit more wobbly. They have relatively similar jumpiness, which is standard across most weapons now. The M4A1, however, is very predictable. It resembles what the Grau used to be, up and to the right at a 45-degree angle. The Bruen almost draws an S from the bottom up, which can be kind of confusing. All in all, both these weapons are amazing. They're very, very good. Even after the Bruen nerf, it's a very viable weapon. Both these weapons are more than capable. In my eyes, the M4 is better in Warzone, seeing as how the ADS, movement speed, and reload speed are slightly faster, making the gun snappier, and its predictive recoil making it a long-range machine. Because both these weapons have similar damage, the case comes down to how quickly that you can traverse the Warzone map with one gun over the other. It's a major reason why people don't use LMGs in Warzone, mainly me. It's because they are very slow and clunky, and even though they have way higher damage, and a lot of the time the recoil is better as well, if someone sneaks up on you, you need to be able to snap on them very quickly and rotate around to ensure that you come out on top in that gunfight. Depending on what kind of player you are, you will value certain things over others. I'm sure someone could make a case for the Bruen being better than the M4A1. I'm just giving my 2 cents. I'm going to be using the M4, at least for now. Might switch over to the Kilo later, or even the AN94 in the future. And when I do, expect a video on that. Also, I'd like to say thank you so much, guys. We just hit 200 subscribers, which is so freaking cool. Thank you to everyone who has subbed and everyone who will sub. You guys are awesome, and thank you so much for watching my videos. It really means a lot. Guys, if you liked the video, like the video. If you loved the video, subscribe down below, and let me know in the comment section if you want to see a comparison on 2 different guns. Peace out.